Imagine this. You wake up one day and realize you've spent years worrying about others, what they think, what they say, how they live. But what if, starting today, you redirected all that energy toward yourself? What if, instead of chasing approval, you became your own source of strength? The moment you stop focusing on others and start focusing on yourself, everything changes. Your mind becomes clear, your energy becomes powerful, and suddenly the things you once chased start coming to you effortlessly. Most people don't realize this, but every thought, every emotion, and every intention carries energy. When you constantly compare yourself to others, when you seek validation, when you obsess over things outside your control, you are draining your energy. You are scattering your power. But when you shift that focus inward, something incredible happens. You regain control of your life. You tap into an unseen force that shapes reality itself. In this video, you're going to learn the secrets of shifting your energy inwards and unlocking the power that has always been within you. You'll discover why focusing on yourself is the key to success, happiness, and peace. You'll understand the hidden ways you are losing energy without realizing it. And most importantly, by the end of this video, you'll have simple but powerful techniques to reclaim your energy and transform your life. But here's the thing, most people will never do this. They will keep wasting time worrying about others, living for likes and approval, staying stuck in patterns that drain them. They will wonder why their lives never change, why they feel exhausted, why happiness seems so far away. But you, if you watch till the end, you'll be different. You'll know the truth and you'll have the power to shift your reality starting today. So stay with me because what I'm about to share isn't just theory. It's a practice used by some of the most successful and enlightened minds in history. From ancient wisdom to modern psychology, the secret has always been the same. Energy flows where attention goes. And when your attention is fully on yourself, you become unstoppable. Welcome to our channel, where we bring you the most powerful insights to transform your life. If you're ready to shift your energy and take control of your destiny, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's begin. Have you ever felt drained without knowing why? Like no matter how much you rest, there's this invisible weight pulling you down. That weight often comes from one simple thing, your focus. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. And if your attention is scattered everywhere on people's opinions, on things you can't control, on past mistakes, you're unconsciously giving away your power. Think about it. Every time you worry about what someone else thinks of you, you're handing them a piece of your energy. Every time you compare your life to someone else's, you're letting their journey define your worth. It's like pouring water into other people's cups while your own stays empty. Over time, this leaves you feeling exhausted, lost, and disconnected from yourself. But what happens when you shift that focus back to you? Something incredible. You start to feel whole again. Focusing on yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. It's about reclaiming the energy you've been giving away for free. It's about realizing that you are the most important project you will ever work on. When you focus on yourself, you begin to grow, not just on the outside, but deep within. You start to notice your own thoughts, patterns, and emotions. You become aware of the things that truly matter to you, not what the world says should matter. This awareness is powerful because it gives you clarity. Suddenly, decisions become easier. You know what aligns with your values and what doesn't. You stop chasing things that don't serve you and you start attracting what's meant for you. Clarity brings peace. Imagine living a life where you're not constantly second guessing yourself, where you don't feel the need to compare your progress to someone else's timeline. That peace comes when you realize that your journey is uniquely yours. No one else can walk it for you. No one else's opinion can define its value. The world often teaches us to look outward, to seek validation, to measure success by external standards, to find happiness in things or people. But all of that is temporary. The truth is, real fulfillment comes from within. It comes from knowing yourself deeply and honoring that person every day. Consider a plant. If you spend all your time looking at how other plants are growing, you'll forget to water your own. But the moment you turn your attention to your own roots, your own soil, and your own sunlight, that's when growth happens. You don't need to compete. You just need to nurture yourself. Focusing on yourself also strengthens your resilience. Life will always have challenges, people will have opinions, situations will be out of your control. But when your energy is centered within you, external chaos can't shake your inner peace. You become grounded like a tree with deep roots. The wind may blow, but you won't fall. Another powerful shift happens when you stop seeking validation from others. Imagine the freedom of living without worrying if people approve of your choices. When you validate yourself, you no longer need external applause to feel worthy. Your confidence grows from within, unshaken by praise or criticism. This doesn't mean you isolate yourself or stop caring about people. It means you build a strong foundation within so that your relationships are healthier. When you're full of your own energy, you give from a place of abundance, not emptiness. You're not trying to fill a void through others because you've already filled it yourself. Focusing on yourself is also about alignment. It's about tuning into your own frequency instead of getting lost in the noise around you. When you align with your true self, life feels less like a struggle and more like a flow. Opportunities come naturally because your energy attracts what matches it. You no longer have to force things to happen. They unfold because you're in the right space mentally and emotionally. Your time and attention are your most valuable currencies. Where you spend them shapes your reality. Every moment you spend comparing, doubting, or overthinking is a moment taken away from growth, joy, and self discovery. But every moment you choose to focus on yourself, even in small ways, adds up. It's like planting seeds that eventually bloom into something beautiful. So the next time you catch yourself lost in thoughts about others, whether it's envy, judgment, or seeking approval, pause, bring your attention back to you. Ask yourself, is this helping me grow? Is this feeding my soul? If not, gently shift your focus. That simple act, done consistently, can change your life more than you imagine. Your energy is precious. Protect it, nurture it, and most importantly, let it serve you, not drain you. Have you ever felt completely drained, even though you haven't done anything physically exhausting? That invisible exhaustion often comes from one source: wasted energy. Not the kind of energy you get from food or sleep, but the deeper emotional and mental energy that fuels your mind, your focus, and your spirit. The tricky part is most people don't even realize when they're wasting it. It slips away quietly, hidden in habits and thoughts we've grown used to. But there are clear signs if you know where to look. One of the biggest signs is constant comparison with others. It sneaks in through social media, conversations, even casual observations. You see someone's success, their lifestyle, their achievements, and suddenly you start measuring your life against theirs. But here's the truth: comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your peace, and your focus. Every time you think, why am I not where they are? Or I should be doing better like them. You're not just doubting yourself, you're pouring your energy into a reality that isn't yours. The more you compare, the more disconnected you feel from your own path. And the irony? You're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel, which is never the full picture. Then there's the endless cycle of seeking validation from others. You post something and wait for likes. You make decisions but don't feel secure until someone approves. You dress, speak, or act in ways that are shaped by what others might think. But relying on external validation is like building a house on shifting sand. It's never stable. When people praise you, you feel good. But when they don't, your confidence crumbles. This back and forth drains you because your self worth becomes a game of chance, tied to opinions that can change in an instant. Imagine the energy you'd save if your sense of worth came from within, unshaken by external noise. Another silent energy drain is overthinking, especially about things you can't control. It starts with a simple thought: a mistake you made, a situation that didn't go as planned, or a fear about the future. Before you know it, you're trapped in a loop, replaying scenarios, imagining worst case outcomes, analyzing every detail. But here's the catch: no amount of thinking can change the past, and most of the future you worry about never even happens. Overthinking gives you the illusion of control, but in reality, it keeps you stuck. It's like running on a treadmill, exhausting yourself, without getting anywhere. All that mental energy could be used to create, to grow, to experience life, but instead it's tangled in what ifs and should haves. And then there's the feeling of being drained without knowing why. This is often the most overlooked sign because there's no obvious reason. You wake up tired, you feel unmotivated, your mind feels cluttered, and you can't pinpoint the cause. That's because it's not just one thing, it's the accumulation of small energy leaks. Maybe it's the toxic friendship you keep entertaining out of guilt. Maybe it's the habit of saying yes when you really mean no. Maybe it's the emotional baggage you've been carrying without realizing it. When your energy is spread thin across too many things that don't nourish you, exhaustion becomes your baseline. What's interesting is that we often normalize these feelings. We tell ourselves, that's just life, or everyone feels this way. But that's not true. Life isn't meant to feel like constant fatigue and mental clutter. That's a sign your energy is out of alignment. And the first step to reclaiming it is awareness, recognizing where it's going and asking, is this worth my energy? Sometimes it's even the small habits that drain us the most. Scrolling mindlessly through social media, getting caught up in other people's drama, engaging in pointless arguments, holding on to grudges. Each of these may seem insignificant in the moment, but they add up. It's like having a phone with apps running in the background, slowly draining the battery without you noticing. Another hidden energy trap is living in the past or the future, rarely being present. You replay old mistakes, regrets, and missed opportunities, or you stress about things that haven't happened yet. But the only place your energy has real power is in the present moment. The past is gone, the future isn't here yet, but now, this moment, is where your life actually happens. The more time you spend mentally elsewhere, the more disconnected you feel from yourself. It's also worth noticing how people in your life affect your energy. Are there conversations that leave you feeling drained instead of uplifted? Are there relationships where you're always giving but never receiving? Energy isn't just about what you do, it's also about who you're around. Some people recharge you, while others quietly drain you with negativity, complaints, or emotional demands. Pay attention to how your body feels too. Your mind may ignore the signs, but your body doesn't lie. Tension in your shoulders, headaches, a tight chest, constant fatigue. These can all be signals that you're carrying stress and energy burdens that aren't yours to hold. Wasting energy doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's hidden in the ordinary moments, in the habits you've normalized, in the thoughts you've accepted as facts. But once you start noticing, you can change it. You can pull your energy back from places where it doesn't belong and redirect it to where it truly matters, on yourself, your growth, your peace. And that shift alone can change everything. Shifting your energy back to yourself isn't about making huge life changes overnight. It's about small, conscious shifts in how you think, feel, and respond to the world around you. The first step in this process is awareness. You can't change what you don't recognize. So start by paying attention to where your mind goes throughout the day. Notice the moments when your thoughts drift toward unnecessary worries, comparisons, or self criticism. Maybe you catch yourself overthinking a conversation you had hours ago or stressing about something completely out of your control. These are subtle signs that your energy is being pulled away from you. Awareness isn't about judgment, it's about observation. Simply acknowledging, I'm giving my energy to this thought, is the first step toward reclaiming it. Once you become aware, the next step is to anchor yourself in the present moment through mindfulness practices. Mindfulness isn't some complicated ritual, it's about being fully present with whatever you're doing. It could be as simple as focusing on your breath, feeling the air enter and leave your body. Deep breathing is powerful because it immediately calms your nervous system. When you feel overwhelmed, just pausing to take a slow, deep breath can shift your entire state of mind. Meditation is another tool, but don't overthink it. You don't need to sit for hours in silence. Even 5 minutes of sitting quietly, focusing on your breath or the sounds around you can help center your energy. Being present also means truly engaging with the world around you, Notice the details, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of your coffee, the sound of leaves rustling in the wind. These small moments ground you. When your mind races to the past or future, gently bring it back to what's happening right now. This practice doesn't erase your worries, but it reminds you that your power exists in the present moment, not in regrets or future anxieties. Another powerful way to shift your energy is through positive self talk. The words you say to yourself matter more than you think. Every time you catch yourself in a spiral of negative thoughts, I'm not good enough, I always mess things up, nothing ever works out for me, pause and challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this really true? Often you'll find that these negative beliefs are just old patterns, not facts. Replace them with empowering statements like, I'm doing my best, I am enough, or I'm learning and growing every day. This isn't about toxic positivity or ignoring your struggles. It's about creating a mental environment where you support yourself instead of tearing yourself down. Positive self talk also includes gratitude. When you focus on what's going wrong, it's easy to feel drained. But when you shift your attention to what's going right, even the small things, your energy naturally rises. Try listing 3 things you're grateful for each day. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's a good cup of coffee, a kind message from a friend, or just the fact that you made it through the day. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from problems to possibilities. Setting boundaries is another key part of protecting your energy. It's not just about saying no to others. It's about saying yes to yourself. Think about the situations, people, or habits that leave you feeling drained. Maybe it's a friend who constantly unloads their problems without considering your feelings. Maybe it's the pressure to respond to work emails at all hours. Or maybe it's the habit of overcommitting because you don't want to disappoint anyone. Boundaries aren't walls, they're filters that help you manage where your energy goes. When you set healthy boundaries, you're honoring your limits. You're honoring your limits. Sometimes setting boundaries means having uncomfortable conversations. It's okay to say, I can't take this on right now, or I need some time for myself. At first, it might feel awkward, especially if you're used to putting others first. But with practice, it becomes easier. You start to realize that the people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. And for those who don't, that's a sign of where your energy shouldn't be invested. Another way to shift your energy is through movement. Physical activity isn't just good for your body, it's a powerful tool for clearing mental clutter. You don't need to run a marathon or spend hours at the gym. A simple walk outside, stretching your body, dancing to your favorite song, all of these help release stagnant energy. Movement connects you to your body, pulls you out of your head, and reminds you that you're alive. Creativity is also a beautiful way to redirect your energy. When was the last time you did something just because it brought you joy, not because it was productive or impressive? Whether it's drawing, writing, cooking, or playing music, creative activities allow you to express yourself freely. They remind you that your energy isn't just something to manage. It's something to celebrate and share with the world in ways that feel authentic to you. Lastly, surround yourself with things that inspire you. This could be books, podcasts, music, or people who uplift your spirit. Inspiration isn't just a nice feeling, it's fuel. When you expose yourself to ideas, stories, and environments that light you up, you naturally shift your energy to a higher state. Shifting your energy back to yourself isn't a one-time thing, it's a practice, a series of small choices you make every day. Some days it'll be easy, other days it'll feel like a struggle, and that's okay. What matters is the intention, the decision to show up for yourself, to protect your peace, and to honor your energy. Because when you do, life doesn't just feel different, it becomes different. Maintaining high energy isn't about quick fixes or occasional bursts of motivation. It's about creating simple daily habits that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. These practices don't have to be complicated. In fact, the more straightforward they are, the more likely you'll stick with them. It all starts with how you begin your day, because your morning routine sets the tone for everything that follows. Imagine waking up and instead of reaching for your phone to scroll through endless notifications, you take a moment to connect with yourself. The first practice that can shift your energy instantly is gratitude. Before even getting out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand or life changing. It could be the warmth of your blanket, the fresh air coming through the window, or the simple fact that you've been given another day. Gratitude isn't just a feel good exercise, it rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than lack. When you start your day appreciating what you have, you naturally attract more positive experiences. After gratitude, affirmations are a powerful tool to program your mind for success. Affirmations are positive statements that reinforce who you want to be and how you want to feel. Instead of letting your mind wander into self doubt or anxiety, guide it with intentional words. You might say, I am confident, I am capable, I am worthy of great things. The key is to speak these affirmations with belief, even if you don't fully feel them yet. Over time, your mind starts to accept them as truths because our thoughts shape our reality. If you keep telling yourself you're not enough, your life will reflect that belief. But if you affirm your strengths daily, you'll start noticing how your energy shifts. Visualization is another practice that complements affirmations. It's about seeing in your mind's eye the life you want to create. Close your eyes for a minute or two and imagine your ideal day, your dream job, or even how you want to feel calm, confident, successful. Picture it vividly. What are you wearing? What are you doing? Who's around you? Feel the emotions as if it's already real. Visualization works because your brain doesn't fully distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. This mental rehearsal primes you to take actions that align with your goals and helps you maintain high energy because you're constantly connected to your purpose. Physical activity is another cornerstone of maintaining high energy. You don't need an intense workout routine unless that's something you enjoy. The goal is simply to move your body every day to release stagnant energy. Movement wakes up your system, increases blood flow, and releases endorphins, the feel good chemicals that boost your mood. Whether it's stretching, yoga, a brisk walk, or dancing around your room to your favorite song, find what feels good for you. The key is consistency. Even 5 to 10 minutes of movement can shift your state from sluggish to energized. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up for yourself daily. It's about incorporating journaling into your routine is another transformative practice. Journaling isn't just for writers or people with lots of free time. It's a simple way to check in with yourself, process your emotions, and track your growth. You can start by writing down how you're feeling, what's on your mind, or what you're grateful for. Some people like to journal in the morning to set intentions for the day, while others prefer reflecting at night to release any lingering thoughts. There's no right or wrong way to do it. The act of writing helps you gain clarity, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed. It's like having a conversation with yourself, one where you can be completely honest without fear of judgment. Journaling can also help you identify patterns in your thoughts and behaviors. Maybe you notice that certain situations consistently drain your energy, or that specific habits always leave you feeling better. This self awareness allows you to make intentional changes rather than reacting on autopilot. Some people find it helpful to write affirmations in their journal or to list small wins from the day. Celebrating progress, no matter how minor, reinforces a positive mindset and keeps your energy high. Breathing exercises are another underrated yet powerful practice. We often underestimate the impact of something as simple as breathing because we do it automatically, but intentional, deep breathing can calm your nervous system, reduce stress, and center your mind. A simple technique is the 4 for 4 method. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 4 counts. Doing this for just a minute or two can reset your energy, especially during stressful moments. Another practice to consider is spending time in nature. Nature has a grounding effect that helps clear mental clutter and restore balance. Even if you live in a busy city, finding a park, sitting under a tree, or simply looking up at the sky can reconnect you to something bigger than yourself. The natural world operates with ease. Trees don't stress about growing, rivers don't force themselves to flow. Observing this can remind you to release unnecessary tension and allow life to unfold naturally. Hydration and nutrition also play a role in your energy levels. It's easy to overlook, but your body functions best when it's well nourished. Drinking enough water, eating whole foods, and minimizing processed junk can significantly impact how you feel throughout the day. Think of your body like a car. If you fuel it with poor quality gas, it won't run smoothly. The same goes for what you put into your body. Prioritize foods that energize you rather than deplete you. Connecting with others who uplift and inspire you is another way to maintain high energy. Relationships are powerful energy exchanges. Notice how you feel after interacting with different people. Some conversations leave you feeling motivated and alive, while others might drain you. Surround yourself with people who support your growth and encourage you to be your best self. It's not about cutting everyone off, but being mindful of where you invest your emotional energy. Finally, end your day with intention. Just as your morning routine sets the tone for the day, your evening routine prepares your mind and body for rest. Reflect on what went well, release any lingering stress, and perhaps read something inspiring before bed. Quality sleep is essential for maintaining high energy, and a calming nighttime routine can make all the difference. These daily practices are small but powerful. They create a foundation that helps you navigate life with resilience, clarity, and joy. It's not about doing them perfectly every day. It's about showing up for yourself consistently, knowing that each small step contributes to a life filled with positive energy. When you start focusing on yourself and shift your energy inward, something remarkable begins to happen. It's not an overnight change, but a gradual transformation that touches every part of your life. At first, you may not even notice it. It's subtle, like the quiet shift of seasons, but one day you'll wake up and realize you feel different, lighter, calmer, more in control of your emotions. That's the beginning of inner peace, a sense of stability that no external situation can shake. Inner peace isn't about living a life without problems. Challenges will still come, but your reaction to them changes. Where you once felt anxious, now you feel grounded. Where you used to overthink, now you breathe deeply and let go. It's like standing in the middle of a storm, but instead of being swept away, you're anchored. This emotional stability doesn't come from pretending everything is okay. It comes from truly understanding that you have the power to control your response, even when you can't control the situation. That's the freedom that comes with focusing on your own growth. As you cultivate this inner calm, something else begins to shift: your clarity. You start to see your goals not just as distant dreams, but as achievable realities. When your mind isn't cluttered with comparison, self doubt, or the noise of the outside world, your vision sharpens. You begin to ask yourself, what do I really want? And for the first time, the answer feels clear. It's like wiping fog from a mirror. Suddenly, you can see your reflection as it truly is, without distortion. This clarity brings with it a surge of self confidence, not the kind of confidence that comes from external achievements or the approval of others, but a deep, unshakable belief in yourself. You realize you don't need validation to feel worthy. You don't need to be the best in the room to know your value. Your confidence comes from within, rooted in self awareness and acceptance. You understand your strengths, acknowledge your weaknesses, and embrace both without judgment. That's the kind of confidence that doesn't waver because it isn't dependent on outside factors. And then, almost like magic, you start to notice something even more profound. You've become magnetic, not in a loud, attention seeking way, but with a quiet energy that draws the right people and opportunities to you. It's the kind of energy that doesn't need to chase, it simply attracts. People are drawn to authenticity, to those who radiate confidence without arrogance, peace without passivity, and kindness without seeking anything in return. Your energy speaks before you do, and it's saying, I know who I am. Opportunities seem to find their way to you without you having to force them. It's not that life suddenly becomes perfect, but the right doors open at the right time. You find yourself in situations that align with your values, surrounded by people who support your growth instead of draining your spirit. This isn't luck, it's the result of the work you've done within. When your energy is aligned, the external world responds in kind. But the transformation isn't just about what you attract, it's also about what you no longer tolerate. You stop engaging in drama, stop chasing after people's approval, and stop wasting energy on things that don't matter. There's a quiet strength in walking away from what doesn't serve you, not out of anger, but from a place of self respect. You realize that your peace is too valuable to be compromised by things that once triggered you. Relationships shift too. The more you value yourself, the more you naturally set boundaries, not as walls to keep people out, but as gates to protect your energy. You no longer feel guilty for saying no because you understand that every no to something that drains you is a yes to something that fulfills you. Your connections deepen because they're based on mutual respect, not codependency. You attract people who appreciate you for who you are, not for what you can do for them. Another part of this transformation is how you handle setbacks. Life won't stop testing you, but your resilience will grow stronger. Instead of seeing failures as the end of the road, you view them as lessons. Challenges become opportunities to learn more about yourself, to refine your path, and to prove to yourself that you can rise again. This shift in perspective is powerful because it turns obstacles into stepping stones. You also become more present when your mind isn't constantly racing with worries about the future or regrets from the past. You begin to experience life fully. You notice the little things: a beautiful sunset, the warmth of a cup of tea, the sound of laughter. These small moments, once overlooked, become sources of joy. Presence is a gift that many people miss because they're too busy chasing the next thing. But when you focus on yourself, you realize that happiness isn't somewhere out there, it's right here in this moment. Creativity flows more freely as well. When your mind is clear and your heart is open, ideas come effortlessly. You're not blocked by fear of judgment or perfectionism. You create because it brings you joy, not because you need to prove anything. This applies to everything, whether it's art, writing, problem solving, or simply finding new ways to express yourself. Creativity thrives in a space where self doubt doesn't dominate. Even your physical energy shifts. When you're not weighed down by emotional baggage, you feel lighter, more vibrant. Your body responds to your mental state. Stress, anxiety, and negativity take a toll, but peace, gratitude, and self love are revitalizing. You may find that you sleep better, breathe deeper, and move with more ease. It's all connected: mind, body, and spirit. Perhaps the most beautiful part of this transformation is the quiet confidence that grows within you. It's not loud or showy. It doesn't need to be. It's the confidence of someone who knows their worth, who trusts the process of life, and who understands that true power comes from within. You don't need to control everything around you because you've mastered the one thing that truly matters: yourself. And as you continue this journey, you realize that the transformation never really ends. It's an ongoing process of growth, discovery, and alignment. Each day offers a new opportunity to deepen your connection with yourself, to shift your energy in ways that serve you, and to live a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. This is the power of focusing on yourself. It's not selfish, it's necessary, because when you're the best version of yourself, you inspire others to do the same. And that's how true change begins.